Alright, so it's time for another deduction story. We're getting into some of the more recent ones. So the last one I told happened toward the end of last year, I think. Toward the beginning of... I think it was in November of 2015. The one I'm about to tell happened only a few months ago, and then the one after this happened maybe 2 months ago. So they're all pretty recent stories that I'm going to be telling from now on. This one specifically took in another one of my skills besides deduction. So I'd been away from deduction for about 2 years. I'd come back into it because of that drugs bust situation. And after I started getting back into it, I started studying again, through the deduction guide and Mastermind, Becoming Sherlock. I started reading all these books. I still need to read monographs, by the way. And I started watching, YouTubers like Jordan and Logan and learning from them about deduction. That kind of got me back into the speed of things. I also, around that time, began work. And while I was at work one day, one of the managers where I work started to... I noticed throughout the day that she was a little bit more short-tempered than usual, and she was not quite as coherent as usual. She felt like she was kind of sick, but she insisted that she was okay. She's a stubborn person like that. Well, eventually throughout the day she passed out, and I jumped off the bar to help her out, and I was able to use deduction and my medical knowledge, which I obtained in high school. I took a few medical classes and first aid classes and stuff like that. So I combined my two knowledge bases, much like, I suppose this is more along the lines of Gregory House, but I was able to figure out that she was suffering from a blood sugar drop and hadn't eaten all day. And it really isn't that impressive a story. I mean, it's not like she was dying or anything, right? But, just in a few seconds at a glance, I was able to tell what was wrong with her. I knew that she hadn't eaten all day. And I got her back on her feet, basically, pretty quickly. It's not a huge story, but it highlights something that I brought out in another video not too long ago about picking a study to focus on, picking a subject to study and focus on that study and learn to apply it to deduction. So I have studied medicine, I've studied psychology, and I apply those things to deduction. And I am studying art, and I've learned to apply that to deduction. You've seen that in some of my videos too. How I can look at art and deduce all kinds of things about the art, and the artist, and the person who bought it. So it's actually a really short video, but it was something that I wanted to highlight. It is one of my last two stories. I have one more story after this, and then I'm going to focus on things more like my live deductions. I have my art deductions that are becoming kind of popular, so I'm going to try and do those more often now. And I'm also going to try and do more deduction puzzles, deduction pictures for you guys. You seem to enjoy that a lot. That leads me to another question, though. content that I wanted to try and add to my video, or add to my channel. Besides just deduction, I mean, deduction is obviously going to be my focal point, but I have other things that I've recorded too that I kind of am interested in uploading. I want to know if you guys are interested in that. I recently just uploaded, I think just the other night, the video about the Renaissance Fair. I also have some footage from a hiking trip that I went on. I'm going to go splunking sometime this week. I have lightsaber duels as well that I've recorded. Those, you can find some of the older ones on my, from before I was doing deduction content on my channel. If you guys are interested in seeing another video besides just deduction, let me know in the comments. Like, I'm thinking maybe once a month or maybe once a week, throwing in another video besides just deduction content to see if you guys are interested in that. If you guys are interested in that, I'll throw those in too. That is it for the stories. Like I said, a short story. Just an application of another skill with deduction. And if you guys are interested in other content, other videos that I have, because I do have other videos just kind of waiting to go up, and I'm not sure if I want to put them up if you guys aren't going to be interested in them. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Please answer below if you guys would be interested in that kind of content. Thanks for watching.